Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. How's everybody doing today? Let me just get some stuff set up real quick and we'll get underway. Alrighty, it's time to go ahead and head off and do some more missions. Whoops, I must have fallen off the bridge without even realizing it. That goes to the northern tunnels, but that's not what there's what I'm looking for. Quest giver.
Outworlder, we need you! Outworlder, you come upon us exactly when needed. Perhaps the Great Eye still watches. Invaders swarm our fortress. The Cenotaph, Dreamcarvers devoted to Vermina, come to wrest the gifts we have guarded for countless millennia.
What kind of gifts?
How far our clan has fallen to go unrecognized. We are the remnants, swords of Lord Hermaeus Mora. He bestowed a portion of his will upon us in exchange for our defense of Apocrypha. This pact has stood for eons. Until recently, it may be lost.
How would you lose your pact?
Long ago, we locked the pact in a space named the Crux. If the Dreamcarvers breach it, the power our Lord granted us becomes theirs. The remnants are hobbled, a shadow of our former selves. We need help. Purge the invaders.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
We shall reward you.
I'll help you against the Dream Carvers and protect your pack.
Dream Carvers swarm our fortress. It is theirs now.
Not for long. Ancient Oblivion Fortress drawn to the...
We entered unseen. Come, let us plan.
If you'd stop moving, sure.
These caves wind through the cenotaph's lower levels. Many of our defensive measures originate here and extend through the fortress. The Dream Carvers disabled our wards as they invaded. We must reset them.
How do we reset the wards?
We will find them north of here. They will require both of our efforts to set. You must hold the trigger while we funnel energy into it. Once set, the wards will drive most of the Dream Carvers from the cenotaph.
Alright, let's find the wards.
We may run into Dream Carvers as we search. Do not hesitate to dispatch them with prejudice. Remember, they will reform in oblivion over time. You will not.
Hey Joe, welcome.
Let us move north through the tunnels. We will alert you when we find a ward.
Why did the Remnants place these wards under the fortress?
They are meant to deal with any thieves that should
Hey.
find their way inside. We store many of Hermaeus Mora's treasured secrets here, after all. When active, their power floods the entire cenotaph. But that will take time.
Understood, let's get underway. So, after you went to bed last night, we were looking at the map of the Sword Coast, Joe. And we actually found...
I
Oh,
did catch up on... I did read through my... I do read through my logs.
Oh, well, I didn't realize those were in the logs. But we found a desert on the Sword Coast. I was like, why is there a desert on the Sword Coast? That's not how geography works. And my uncle's like, you're forgetting magical war crimes. I'm like, okay, yeah, I did forget magical war crimes. The answer to all geographical problems, magical war crimes. Man, I kind of wish we could experience what it was like to have like the crazy magic that wasn't restricted in the spell system that, you know, is in place today. You know, like where people could cast magic as strong as they wanted. That would be absolutely insane, but I think it would be absolutely fun. It's like, I don't know, just have like a brief, like, they could do it in a module, like where the magic temporarily reverts to its ancient form and people can cast like level 33 fireballs. Because that's what people would probably do with it. It's just like use like impossible level spells.
For the tracks. Help us recharge it. That covers our exits. Let us talk
Hey,
about
welcome to the
next
stream.
steps.
Where's Tess gone? Hey, you said talk to Tess, but then where did Tess go?
Just realised I muted my stream and I'm like, well, my headset's not in my... plugged into my computer. Well, my computer has no speaker without it.
Oh no.
Well, no, this is not news. So I'm just like,
Okay.
why am I muting my stream? It's muted by default just for being...
I don't know if I don't think we posted anything about it, but Strega was also talking that she wants to do a game with Shade and Alice in Phoenix Verse at some point, just the two of them.
I keep forgetting they're in Phoenix Verse, aren't they?
Yep. Yeah, but she was like, I'd like to do something with Shade and Alice if you're up for it. I'm like, I definitely would if Joe's up for it.
Yeah. I want to apologise for yesterday losing my temper with you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I understand. It's just I didn't realize it was that bad, so I just thought it was a joke. So
yeah. It's just I appreciate you didn't mention it once until that point. It's just I want this to be Drizzle's, you know, finding herself before we worry about any Gale shenanigans that may or may not happen, you know?
Yeah, I don't. It's like I wouldn't want to play Drizzle if Gale didn't exist at all. Is the
Well, the
because
thing is, I'm not. The thing is, I'm not saying she doesn't exist, but I'm not planning to have her, exist in the sense that I'm not expecting Gale to show up in the gauntlet. Like she's there, she'll meet her, but it's all background stuff. If that makes sense.
yeah.
Like let's be Drizzle. This is Drizzle's time.
Though I would like Drizzle to be able to steal her dress at some point, because that way I can have her character art be validated.
Oh
Where
God.
is Tess? I cannot find this Daedra.
I am fighting a very, very, very difficult enemy in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy? That sounds weird.
Sunk cost fallacy is the mindset of, oh, I put so many resources into this. That.
You have to keep going, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, but I found this other figure that's just so good. And I'm like, but I put so many resources in the ones I already have, and I can only use 5 at a time.
That's how Magic the Gathering works too, unfortunately. So with because of the randomness of the packs. People sink in a bunch of money into packs, like, well, maybe there's this card that's really expensive. I can make back all the money I spent if I get that card, so they keep buying packs.
Oh, but I mean, yeah, that's different. That involves money.
I mean, it's the same thing. Money, resources, time.
Yeah, I know,
it's the same thing.
Well, I know a few people who'd argue about that, but fair enough.
So if you sink your time into something, you can't get that time back. If you sink your money into something, you may get that back or you may not get that back. So, and you invest your time in, like, buying the packs, opening the packs. Like, there is a time expenditure regardless of, where on earth is this Daedra?
Okay, I'm gonna keep him, but I'm not gonna worry about using him until I have time to actually develop him.
I activated that.
So let's get rid of everything else.
Okay, I activated that ward, but where is the Daedra I'm supposed to talk to? I may have to log out and log back in to get it to...
You good? Of course you are.
Thank you, Sharp as Night. Okay, well, this is where we came in at. Oh, she's apparently upstairs somewhere. Let me go back this way and we'll circle around and see if maybe I missed something. Dee and me were talking also about doing Phantom Thieves in Phoenix Verse, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor type of deal.
Okay.
And Dee was...
It's not the actual Phantom Thieves,
no.
That's a bit different.
Yeah, and Dee was like, I'm like, well, instead of giving the money to the poor, what we should do is we should have a soup kitchen, and we put the money into the soup kitchen because, you give people money, you feed them for one day. If you open a food kitchen, you feed them permanently, as long as there's money for the food kitchen to run.
That's actually pretty clever.
That's
very impressive.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna make my character a background who has cooking tool proficiencies. And Dee's gonna play the rogue, and I'm gonna play I think I'm gonna play a sorcerer so I can like cast invisibility and stuff. And I'm gonna like twin cast invisibility on us, or I'll just make Dee invisible, and we'll just steal stuff. So. Maybe I have to go out into the courtyard?
Out of curiosity, is there room for another person, do you think, or is it just
we'll have to, I don't know who. I think Dee's gonna run it, so we'll have to talk to Dee about that.
Okay. I think that gives me a shot at joining, because, we get along, but, both as players and as friends, but...
Yeah, I think Dee was saying that we're going to just start it out as just RP to begin with, because Dee doesn't really have the time to run anything right now.
You know, that's fair. That is absolutely valid.
Okay. I'm going to try logging out and logging back in, because I cannot seem to find this person I'm supposed to talk to. I don't want to spend half my stream looking for this person and then... I may have to abandon the quest and pick it up again, too. I hate doing that, but sometimes you have to do it. Nope, there she is.
With the traps powered, we should find navigating the cenotaph much easier. They should destroy most of the invaders with ease. However, they won't get them all. We need to determine how close they are to reaching the Remnant Pact.
How do we learn that?
We head to the courtyard. If the Dreamcarvers wish to breach the Crux, they must go there to do it. The passage to the east will take us to a balcony.
Ow! You freaking jerk. Okay, it's fine. Ooh. Oh, are we gonna do raids after at the usual time today for Dynamax?
If you're up for it.
Okay.
I am.
I don't remember. Did we pick up a new lead at the end of the last session? Do you remember?
I think one of us got a Tapu, didn't we?
Didn't we do the Tapu last time?
Maybe it was a beast? I don't know. I'm
Maybe.
sure we got something. I think one of us did get something that we were looking for. I can't remember if it was you. I think it was you.
It's plausible. I can't remember for sure, but we can check when we get in to the game.
Also, I cannot promise that we'll have the time to do
Diablo?
Diablo.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were going to get to that today or not, so...
I mean, I'm up to if we have the time, but I do need to be in bed by about 5 your time.
Yeah, so it'd probably be better just to stick to Dynamax raids today. Because those are fairly quick, so...
Yeah.
I do wish, though, I do hope they kind of do something similar to that in Scarlet and Violet, because I much prefer the Terra raids. But maybe let us use our own Pokemon. Did she not spawn in again? Are you really going to make me log out and log back in again? I'm honestly tempted to say, screw this place, I'll come back when they patch the bug.
That creature, Uzanath, she leads these invaders. We know her reputation, savage and impatient. No wonder she managed to take the cenotaph by force. To use her own vestige as fuel for the ritual presents a massive risk.
What do you make of what we found?
The walls of the Crux cannot break. We connected the locks to the Remnant's mental web. Only we may enter unscathed. Uzanath's ritual siphons Remnant minds. She blends their psychic energy with her own essence.
What does that mean?
What it means, mortal, is she has crafted a key to the Crux. Once she blends enough Remnant minds with her own vestige, she will appear as one of us. The Crux will open, the pact will be exposed.
What do we do?
We search the grounds, find other ritual foci, and destroy them. Steel yourself. Dream carvers roam everywhere.
I'll destroy the ritual foci.
We did not choose our fortress. It arrived when we needed it most. Once, sounds of training and discussion echoed through the halls. As our numbers dwindled, the cenotaph fell quiet.
What happened to these remnants?
We no longer feel their presence in our mental connection. The dream carvers have learned a way to isolate us, severing us from ourselves. Such a process, it seems, drives us to madness.
I tell you, it's weird when you go down to Dairy Queen near me. They have this cat that lives in the drive-thru, and I guess it's been living there for a while. Every time I go there, the cat sits outside the window and stares at me while I'm eating my sausage biscuit, making me feel bad that I'm not sharing with the cat. I'm like, I should be allowed to eat my food without being guilted.
Destroy it. That should weaken the ritual.
Indeed.
The cat's like, "You has food is for me." It's like Lucky. This is my vengeance. This is like the world's vengeance on me playing Lucky.
Destroy the ritual. 7. Keep searching.
Food exists. Lucky is for me. Just like that when they found out there were 2 poultry places in Red Larch. Lucky's like, "Can we go to Red Larch?"
Our pact with Lord Mora is sacred. Do not dare enter the crux.
Here you are, the rats scurrying around to cause trouble. Despite your efforts, I have what I need. Good try, though.
Quick, we need to plan. No! After everything, we were too slow! They have entered the crux and can access our pact with Lord Hermaeus Mora. The remnants may actually end.
Can we follow her into the crux?
Perhaps. No one has entered for countless eons. The remnants have keys to the crux, but we have never needed them. Until now.
Where are these keys?
We need the journal of the first remnant. It will tell us which relics we need to place around the circle to open the door. There is little time. We must go, now. Find the relics. Hurry.
You know, it feels kind of surreal. There's still 40 days until Starfield comes out, but it's only 40 days until Starfield comes out. That's 5 streaming days.
I mean, they did that a couple weeks ago with Spider-Man, 100 days. Spider-Man 2, rather, for the... Yeah,
well, but having 2 months for Starfield and Baldur's Gate seems like quite a bit, thankfully. So. Of course, I won't be playing Baldur's Gate 3 until after Starfield, and probably won't play it until we both play it together, so...
Well, I don't know when I'm getting it. Like, I don't know when I'm getting it. If it's on disc, I might put it on my birthday Christmas list.
Yeah, it's definitely on the PlayStation 5, so...
No, I said on disc.
Oh, on disc. I don't know if it's on disc.
Because my nan doesn't like getting me digital games, because she likes to wrap them up.
That's fair. I'll have to look and see if it's going to be on disc. I don't know. I haven't even thought about checking that.
That spyglass.
Because I think I know what I'm going to ask from Mum, because she doesn't mind the digital one. I might just say, "Hey, I haven't got Spider-Man yet. Could you?"
That key itself is a lock.
Oh yeah, weren't you saying that you were tempted by that Spider-Man PS5?
I know, right? Because it looks so gorgeous, but I'm like, no, I can't justify it.
Yeah, it's too much.
I can't justify it.
And even if you sold your current PS5, you probably wouldn't get enough to like make the difference. So.
I mean, if I made I've got enough money for it, right? I save up a lot. I save up money. I could buy it easy. I just can't justify the purchase.
That's fair.
So I suppose I could trade in my old PS5 for it, I
We will
guess,
guide
and
you
then
through the
just,
next
as I
steps.
said, you say, pay the difference.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just... Should I?
I don't know.
Place
I
the
might
relics
ask
where
Mum,
I
because
tell you.
Mum
Once
have already said
complete,
just go for it
our
on
power
her,
shall
but
flow through
I
them.
just don't know.
Hurry.
I
Our
also depends how
power
much it costs. I mean,
wanes.
it'll come with the
We
Spider-Man
can
game
feel
and
it.
a Spider-Man
We use
control.
the gathered
Yeah, the
relics.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
control.
Once
Nice.
placed, our power
The only
shall
issue is
bind
it's a bit of
them
a
together.
like the design's
They
a
will
bit of a
connect to
mashup,
what
so
remains
it's.
of the remnant's mental web. The resulting mesh will open the crux.
I haven't actually seen what it looks like. Let me pull it up.
We shall open a door like any other. You will have
Oh
no
yeah, that
problem,
looks really
X-Ray.
sick, actually.
That said, once inside, we must close the door behind us. Otherwise, we risk a swarm of dream carvers joining us within.
Okay, there's the spyglass. And there goes the key. Now we place the journal. Alright, now I enter the crux.
The way. Enter the crux, Outworlder. The crux. But wait, our connection. We have gone silent.
Empty. You, remnant! There's nothing here! Trickery. I shall take your mind.
Stay with me.
Right. It is empty. Except for this.
Pact of the Remnants. It's an empty book.
Follow. We must think.
So, curious question.
Yeah.
Were you planning on
We need your
adding
guidance.
Bell, or was it just something that you came to as we were RPing?
I came to as we were RPing. I intended for you to pick 2 because of how big the house is. And I just like, I know you like redheads, so.
As far back as we can recall, the remnants believed we directly served Hermaeus Mora.
Also, I'm
Our
quite
connection
glad
to
we're not
him
actually
drove
calling
us
her
to defend his
Jezebel,
will.
because that just reminds me of Jezebel
Perhaps
from
that was
Pokemon.
a lie.
Yeah, it just kind of popped into my head, Jezebel, and I was like, we'll just go with Bell as her abbreviation, so.
I'm just like,
Further,
that reminds me of the
where
girl
does
that
our
James wanted
power
to marry
come
before he realized how
say.
much of a stuck-up bitch she
Now,
was.
we must decide. Do we tell the remnants of our discovery?
Of course, then again,
It could
asking
surely
for a
destroy
proposal
us.
for marriage after
Or
only
do we
seeing
use
her
the victory
once
to
is...
reinvigorate the clan? Show that
Who was it who
I mean, I knew it was
proposed
our
to
defense.
her? Was it Brock?
No, James.
Oh, James proposed to her, right.
But
Oh, right,
when
that's
he
the
was a
person he
kid.
ran away from, right?
Yeah.
Excellent point. Our goals do not
Um,
And
need
then
to
he
come
found out
from
that she
some
wanted to
external
get rid of
source. We
his
can
Growlithe,
reinvest
and it's
in
like,
our
no,
purpose
you cannot take
on
away my
our
friend.
own.
Yeah. What did Jezebel look
Perhaps
like?
others will join out of a desire
Jessie
to
with a different
gather
hairstyle.
knowledge.
So she was basically Jessie. I always kind of wondered if she actually wasn't actually Jessie.
No, they're in the same room.
We feel more certain than ever
Oh,
about
boy.
our task. Our clan will gather.
They just happen to look
Discuss how
similar.
prioritize.
Yeah.
The cenotaph of the remnants
That happens a
will
lot,
become the
unfortunately.
sword and
It's like-
shield of
It does,
Hermaeus
doesn't it?
Mora once again. It's only through your efforts that we have a chance to rebuild. The remnants will rise again and last for eternity. All thanks to you. This outcome was unexpected. Nonetheless, you earned this. We offer it in gratitude. What comes next feels mysterious.
Alright. We got one major location left, and then it's time to hit the main quest line, so.
What comes for our order then?
See what we have done. Wolfsbane and bitter tea should be in this pile.
Yeah.
The Feral Gallery. Help the survivors of the Feral Gallery. Okay. Escape of the Sane. There's a guy behind a portal. Or behind a barrier.
Get me out of here. I want to read.
Well, at least he's straightforward with what he wants.
Those dream carvers came in here, opened all the exhibits, but didn't bring down the barrier? Ugh. Rude. Inconsiderate. Didn't even clean up after themselves. The Feral Gallery is a mess. It's untidy and strewn with cipher bits. I'm gonna leave.
You can't leave?
There's a barrier. It keeps the exhibits inside. We can't leave the gallery. Those Daedric dream carvers mucked everything up. Now there's no one alive to bring me books. We had a deal.
There's a barrier. How can you escape?
Simple. Cipher, free Elvie. She'll know a way. She might be alive, but she won't be easy to find. No. The bristleback lords won't let us through. And dream carvers. Yuck. It'll be worth it, though. Help me find free Elvie. She'll give you a treat.
Alright, I'll help you escape the barrier keeping you here.
Everyone likes treats. It's one of those things. The powerful secrets. Known things. First, bristleback lords. You have to put them to sleep. You can find sleep potions down in the gazebo. You toss them, they take a whiff, then bam! Snores galore.
Known things, bristle... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm just asking, does he have Avnathorn's voice?
Possibly, yeah. I'll listen a little closer.
Because, simply because just how I'm reading him, it just sounds like it's something that they'd have that VA say, you know?
Yeah, known things...
I can't hear his voice, so I have no way of
I
knowing.
thought you can't understand.
No, it's not the same voice.
Damn. It's just, I could hear that guy saying, speaking like that, you know?
What you think they are.
It's that arrogant tone that he's well known for. No matter what character he's playing as, pretty much. Who are you?
Many things. Planeswalker, prisoner, teacher, student, friend, enemy. The multitudes in me contain smaller multitudes. Oh, I hear them sometimes, the multitudes. They whisper. Oh, I wish they'd stop, but you can't tell what isn't there to stop talking.
What happened to you?
I know a known thing. It made my eyes bleed and gave me an extra toe. Knowledge is power. Power is dangerous. My advice? Eat your vegetables, read books, and don't listen to the whispers in your head.
How did you get here?
I made a deal. Join the gallery and stay in one place in exchange for all the books I could read. I should have negotiated for all the books I wanted.
I meant, how did you get to Apofrica?
I walked, and then did some magic that makes my brain hurt. I think I went to other planes first, but if I try to remember, the voices come back, and I don't like them. They ask questions. You're also here. You know what I'm talking about.
Who are the Dream Carvers?
Those Daedric bullies think they can bring pain and suffering into this library. It's quiet here. Besides, pain and sickness aren't scary. They should really look into the terrifying experience of finding out your book's missing the last chapter.
Oh god, that's terrifying. They should really look into the terrifying experience of finding out your book's missing the last chapter.
Oh.
I'm gonna add that to my collection. Why did the Dream Carvers attack?
They wanted to. Or someone wanted them to. I know they killed the ciphers. I just hope Frialfi isn't dead yet. I don't want to be stuck here if nightmares control the gallery. It's nightmarish enough with the gallery as broken up as it is.
Who is the Cipher?
She runs the gallery, leads the other ciphers, and takes care of us all. The ciphers serve the one fate of tides. No, that's not right. They serve Moron Hermes. I'll get this eventually. Hermes Mora.
Oh, he actually got it right. He called Hermes Mora a moron.
Moron Hermes.
Yeah. And yet he's still alive. Can I go through the barrier? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I can go right through the barrier. Okay, never mind. I guess because I'm not one of the exhibits, I'm able just to pass straight through. I've got salamanders and oranogs from High Isle. Unfortunately, I have no choice but to kill the exhibits. Or it's more like, who's killing my petting zoo? I'm like,
You're
wait.
not killing your petting zoo. You're killing what's in your petting zoo. It's the difference.
I'm like, wait a second. Petting zoo, you have a human here. He's like, yes, I pet the human too. I'm like, that was too much information, Hermaeus Mora. Well, I am the god of too much information.
I mean, this is not false.
Gathering sleeping potions.
Have them. Yes.
Oh, it's a book called The Littlest Home Shale. I wish I had the time to read all that right now. Well, it's added to my library, so I can use it. I can read it later.
After decades of plotting, the porcine hegemony will become the vassals of the slumbering hegemony, which is a different and much better hegemony, if you ask me. Are you ready to watch the coup unfold?
So these potions will really put them to sleep?
Yes, they'll drift away to the land of dreams. Good dreams, though, not dream carver bad ones. There, they'll drink in the halls of their noble forebearers. I know because I've had big dreams. They're sublime. Once they're asleep, we'll slip past.
How am I supposed to give them these potions?
From the skyway there. Let the potions fall on them and the gas will do the work. The lords will try to intimidate you, cajole you, cuddle you with their stinking arms. If any of them tries to lure you to their side, ignore them. Resist.
Alright, I'll throw these potions at them from the skyway then.
Sleep potions. They sing a song of smoke and calm even the angriest of the bristleback lords. Powerful concoctions there. I used to know how to make them back before I fell into ink. Let's go before anything else decides to get in our way.
Tell me more about the bristlebacks.
Their crimes are too horrible to name. Their passions too lustful to speak of politely. They are the conundrum of mortality, friend. Imbued with the grace of gods and the frailties of flesh, which is their true nature. A riddle.
And Iris is just like, I'm scandalized by their lust, or by their passions that are beyond lustful. Absolutely scandalized, she says.
Who?
Iris.
Which one? We know a couple.
My Iris from the Dusk Wings. Down with the hegemony!
She's scandalized? Her?
It's a joke.
Her?
The proletariat will fall. No gods, no masters.
God damn it.
Wait, is the proletariat is the ones that are the ruling class, while the bourgeoisie are the working class, right? It's been years since I studied sociology.
I don't know communism.
Well, I mean, it even goes beyond communism. It's just like the idea that the working class is suppressed by the ruling class.
The bristleback lords seem like overgrown swine while they're asleep. It's strange. I don't like it. Everything's different here now. We have to find Cypher Free Elfie. She's the only one who knows how I can get past the barrier keeping me here.
Do you know where she is?
Where isn't she? The Cyphers have eyes everywhere. And they watch us all the time. We should go to Free Elfie's study. It's through this door, and if we don't wander off, we'll be there in no time.
You know where her study is?
She knows where mine is. It's only fair. Her study's all right, but it's worse than my enclosure. I at least know I'm trapped. The powerful wiggly one told me that I'd never leave. My ears were still ringing from the known thing, but I heard him.
Wait, was Cypher frivolity in an exhibit too?
Aren't we all? The Lord of Eyeballs watches us all and lets us stay here in Apocrypha, in the gallery, in our own minds. I've been locked in my mind so long I can't find my way out. I used to be something, you know, but now I'm different.
Surprised Yagurath hasn't come for him. Can you tell me more about the Feral Gallery?
It's a gallery of special beasties and other things. Secretly special, no one knows why, except for Hermaeus Mora, but he knows everything, so that's cheating.
He knows everything, so that's cheating. Why keep it a secret?
Who knows? Maybe he likes it. Maybe he keeps dangerous creatures here. Maybe he doesn't have a reason. The Cypher spent a long time trying to figure it out. Wrote their theories down in books, in the study.
How did you manage to anger Hermaeus Mora?
I wanted to know everything. Oh, I found what I wanted, which is different from what I was looking for. I know that which shouldn't be known. Discovering the secrets of the Secret Keeper has its consequences. Confined, stuck, like me.
Can't you change this? Appease Hermaeus Mora?
Why would I want to do that? Oh, I may have been different in the past. Clearer, purposeful, but that person learned all he could to share it across the darkness. I learned because I enjoy it. Not selfish, pure. This is my purpose.
If Hermaeus Mora's angry with you, then why would he let you escape the gallery?
I was a poor guest in his realm, but he did invite me. He sees too much, and I hear the same amount. His attention wandered. I don't feel the light of his eyes on me all the time. I can move in the shadows now.
Tell me more. Oh, we're going in circles now. Okay. Sleepy, sleepy, piggy, piggy, gonna be bacon when you wake up.
If you're bacon, you're not waking up.
No, that's true. But look, they didn't need to know that, Joe. Now they're not gonna go to sleep.
Supposed to be inside. Spiders. A spider should do it. Find one.
That thing looks terrifying. Oh, it's Yagra. Fire spot.
Spiders are studious. They write down all the answers. Look! Look! We need a boom. Tell the spider you're sorry and take the thing on its back. You need to put the inkwell back on the rocks. Make the boom, but don't spill.
Yeah, no kidding. No one wants to spill fire pot oil on themselves. That would be literally fatal.
Everything turns black. That means I'm dead. Have fun.
Okay, now we run.
A door. I usually go in through the windows. No matter, it's open now. Frialvi? What are you doing bleeding out like that?
Of course, Morian didn't stay in his cell. Who are you? One of the dream carvers? You aren't a dream carver. What's your purpose here? Are you threatening Morian?
Morian's trying to escape the gallery. He said you would know how.
He always thinks that.
My plan was to stop the Dreamcarvers before they got to the forbidden exhibit, but you can see how well that went. Those bastards. So many unique creatures. Gone. What do they want? The known thing?
What's a known thing?
A truth so powerful can melt the mind of anyone who's exposed to it. Morian's the only mortal I've heard of who survived a known thing. If they find out, the Dreamcarvers might see Morian as more of a threat than the other exhibits.
He said he can't get past the barrier.
The barrier? Right. The truth is, it's weak in the forbidden exhibit, which is why the Cephaliarch placed Seeker Sentinels there. Hermaeus Mora wants Morian trapped. He never indicated that he wants Morian dead.
Alright, I'll take more into the forbidden exhibit.
It won't be long now. Friovi's just about empty. Did she say something about a known thing? Friovi's glass is nearly empty. Grains of sand spilling out on the floor, running out of time. My sand's inside, but my eyes leak. No cage, no friends, no one to make plans for me. I'm not good at being alone anymore.
Cypher said that there may be a way for you to break through the barrier.
The forbidden exhibits. I always knew I was gonna get in there.
You already knew about the forbidden exhibits?
I was gonna ask the known thing if it wanted to help me escape, but there are seekers. They make noises. The entrance is southwest of us now. If we pretend to be sneaky mice, maybe the seekers won't notice us. Can you be a mouse?
Can you become a mouse?
Their sensibilities don't extend as far as my fingertips. Whiskers and ears and a nose that wrinkles. Experimentation is very disjointed. It'll wait for me outside. I don't want Frielvi to go into the dark alone. You're almost out of words.
Never thought I'd see you put off a chance at escaping, Morian. I hope you have better luck than I did, my friend.
And I hope you go someplace where you always have thick socks on.
That was kind of sweet in a mental sort of way, but... It's a hag raven.
Inky, black, and wrinkly. Just like I always thought it would be. I never got this far before fear took me. Who forbids these exhibits? What's down here? Come on, let's look. That's a lot of seekers. This might be harder than... Ooh, wait, yes, the known thing! A known thing! It's here! We're not gonna sprout liars, fungi! But those wiggly-faced seekers protect it. I hear them laughing at me and my mortal memory. Just because I can't remember everything I read doesn't mean I'm a toad.
What's your plan for getting past the Seekers?
Plan? I don't plan. I jump before looking and hit the ground whenever it wants to meet me again. Known things turn seeker minds into runny-nosed soup. If we open it and pointed at the seekers, then they'd be the toad brains. Ooh, this is perfect!
The Cypher said known things are dangerous, and you're the only mortal who has survived one.
If you're worried about dying...
I don't plan. I come before looking and think about what wants me to
I survived a known thing, and look at me! So what do you say? You ready for a lesson? It'll be the most important of your life.
Alright, let's open the known thing.
So close to a new known thing! I told you that the last one made my ears bleed, right? I wonder what I'll learn this time. Maybe I'll grow a stately tail!
So known things are truths powerful enough to turn minds into runny nose soup?
That's right. They also taste of raspberries.
They taste of raspberry? How can known things mess with your mind?
Minds rely on what they think they know. But truth doesn't care about you or what you think. Looking into a known thing, trying to comprehend the impossibilities of them does funny things to you, like make you grow an extra toe.
What was the truth of the known thing you encountered?
Shh, it's a secret. No one can know. I can't even know. I hid it from myself and now I couldn't find it even if I tried. It burned, you know? Felt like a star was falling through me, changing everything. I wonder what this one will be like.
How did you survive it?
I have no idea. Maybe I was limber. Maybe it liked me. Maybe I didn't survive it. Leave the arguing to the philosophers in the mountains. Hypotheticals mean nothing to truth. Don't worry, if this one kills us, we won't know.
This one kills us, we won't know. That's supposed to make me feel better.
Well, here's another way to phrase it. Do you have any better ideas?
Nope. How am I supposed to go forward? Oh, this way.
That will teach them not to cross us.
Oh, great. Going. Duplicate yourselves when I'm using lightning magic. That literally does more damage based on the number of opponents I'm hitting.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Found us. Big eyes, big arms, bigger guardian. Be careful.
I failed my duty.
Tall ceilings, many steps, and the weight of truth ahead. I can't wait any longer. It's excited. Feel it in the air. You open the gnome thing. I'll help tilt it towards the seekers. Keep your mouth closed. Don't contradict the truth, and don't die. We did it. Hurry, portals. Escape.
Yay, we're outside.
Rock, fall, cliff, down. Oh, friend, mind the edge.
Wee.
Oh.
Wee.
I feel freedom in my ribs. Extra toes, no walls, and ears dry. No runny nose, brain soup either. I'll say success. Free. No walls or home, just feet to talk and eyes to read. No toad am I.
You're finally out of the feral gallery. How's it feel?
Good. The Lord of Eyes and Arms must be all right with me leaving the gallery. I can explore and read and find myself again with this new truth. You helped me, and I helped you. Cypher Free LV didn't give us treats, but I saved one for you. Take it. I have to find the shadows and burrow away, Daedrat-like. There will be times for standing tall, as there will be times to run from the givers. Now is the time for burrowing. It'll be good.
Alright, it's time to start the main quest line.
Fate
Here she
needs
is.
you, Proxy.
Hello, Literamel. Good to see you again.
As Hermaeus Mora, the one who knows, foretold, we meet again, Proxy. Many diverse twists of fate have led us to this nebulous... too complicated. I come with a gift, a purpose dark and heavy, an opportunity to fulfill the contract you sign.
Purpose? What purpose?
We are bound together by a common danger. Enemies of Hermaeus Mora threaten his realm of oblivion, and in so doing pose a threat to the mortal world as well. Therefore, Mora sent me to meet you here and secure your cooperation.
What sort of cooperation?
Only a mortal Proxy can deal with the threat and save both Apocrypha and Nern. The fates of both realms are linked, and you are the key to preserving reality. Without you, everything unravels. Help avert this disaster, and Mora will reward you.
Alright, I'll help. Where do I start?
The one who knows instructed me to give you this. A condensate of planar potentialities. You will not understand. It is ink. Take it to the Ulvano cistern, a ruin near the city. Pour the ink into the water, and your path will become clear.
Who exactly are we up against?
One or more of Hermaeus Mora's rival princes, although they have yet to reveal themselves. They work through agents, such as whoever sought the glyphics when we first met. A spider lurks at the center of this web. I am sure of it.
So this is related to the glyphics I recovered?
Yes and no. We face the same foe who sought the onyx and umbral glyphics and colluded with Drawless Atherin to seize the emerald glyphic. You forced them to change tactics when you stopped them, but they have not abandoned their grander scheme.
Alright, let's head to the cistern. Alright, for those who either didn't make the prologue quest or or haven't seen the what on earth? Anyways, for anyone who hasn't seen the prologue quest, we were asked by Hermaeus Mora to retrieve 3 glyphics. With those glyphics, we signed a contract that bound us to Hermaeus Mora in cooperation until such a time as the threat has passed. Hermaeus Mora will not work against us or harm us in any fashion while we are working to protect both Apocrypha and Nern. So basically, we have a Hermaeus Mora doesn't mess with us card right now. So, which is good because usually going to Apocrypha is really dangerous, but we're protected by our pack. So, all right, let's pour the ink into the cistern, which is a really bad idea because this is where the city gets its water from. Oh, hey.
Know that you stand in the presence of Hermaeus Mora. We must converse.
It's the giant hentai orb. Almighty hentai orb.
Meramil has done well, and brought fate's chosen into my arms.
Wow, I don't know if I've seen his face before. Or, well, walk onto his face.
Are now excluded. From this moment, fate's ever-branching tree begins to grow again. And with it, new possibilities emerge.
This is about the threat he foresaw, something about the unraveling of reality.
All that, and more mortal. I see all that is, was, and will ever be. And in so doing, I saw hidden rivals that threaten Apocrypha and all of reality. They must not succeed. The time has come to honor your agreement.
My agreement?
I am the golden eye of fate, and the keeper of whispers. I foretold that a mortal was needed to preserve reality. You are that mortal, and we signed a contract that binds us for the duration of this threat. Apocrypha is in danger. Now you must act.
What do you need me to do, oh mighty hentai orb?
Let Laramie guide you. She can perceive the threads of fate and lead you to the 3 tasks that will reveal my hidden adversaries. Meet her in the Necrom Bindery in the mortal city of the same name. Your journey to preserve reality begins there.
But how can I save reality? I don't
I
understand.
have alerted Laramil to 3 specific threads of fate that converge in a place known as the Telvanni Peninsula. She will guide you to these locations so you can unmask my hidden adversaries. Go to the city of Necrom. Laramil awaits you there.
Tell me more about Apocrypha and his connection to
You
Nern.
know so little, mortal. Apocrypha is my domain. A plane of oblivion I have shaped to my means. And this plane, the mortal realm, some refer to it as Nern. As for the connection, just know that if Apocrypha falls, Nern will cease to exist.
Alright, I'm not going to ask Hermaeus Mora who he is again. We've met him many times throughout this game. But.
And choose wisely.
But that doesn't mean you can't read the rest of the dialogue options because you can.
I mean, I
finish
suppose
that
that's
tree.
true. They just get very annoyed when you ask them multiple times who they are, even though they put an option in there for you to do that in case you haven't played in a long time and forgotten who a character is. But, like, the characters get really annoyed with you when you continually ask, hey, who are you? It's like, you should really know who I am. It's like... It'd be funny if his dialogue was just like, have you never played the Dragonborn DLC in Skyrim?
You there! You look like a capable forager.
Like, what is this DLC that you speak of? You have not yet played the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Do not worry, Todd Howard will sell it to you soon. Ah, shit. That was not supposed to happen.
Well, shit.
Alright. Well, let's go back this way, thankfully. Silt Strider. Interested to see where I can go on the Silt Strider.
Looking for your next destination? Why not give old Isra a try, hmm? They've got the best... Oh, I could wax poetic about Trini all day. But, long story short, she's wonderful. Nobody has ever complained about motion sickness while getting to their destination, which is old Isra, by the way.
Look at the beautiful Silt Strider. Can I jump onto the Silt Strider? Nope. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to annoy you. Alright. That's better. Now we're in Necrom. Should have just done that in the first place. Okay. Well, thinking about it, I should find a merchant and fix my gear real quick, so... Yeah, you'll do.
Every time someone makes fun of my accent, I think about shaving weak patches in their armor. But I'd never sabotage my work like that. It's more important than that.
Staying on top of it.
He's a very angry Nord.
Welcome to my safe house, Proxy. Meeting Hermaeus Mora represents a rare honor. The one who knows materializes in a delimited projection. He chooses to manifest before few mortals. The threads upon which reality dangles are precarious indeed. What did Mora impart to you?
Hermaeus Mora said you would guide me.
And so I shall. The one who knows traced 3 crucial events to this area. Investigate each, and he believes we can expose the conspirators moving against Apocrypha. We may even stop them before the ultimate threat takes shape.
What do I need to do at these 3 locations?
I do not know. I was only presented with what was required to bring you to the right place at the right moment. You must determine why fate needs you in each location, then take the appropriate action.
Do you know where and when? You know where and when, but not what I need to do?
Many possible futures branch from every mortal choice. If we know the consequences of our choices, it changes the outcome. Therefore, Hermaeus Mora tells us only what he must. As fate's chosen, the rest is up to you.
Very well. Where do I need to go?
The threads of fate lead to 3 locations in this region. The necropolis of Necrom, the old tower of Telrendis, and the town of Alavelis. I shall open a portal to each, investigate them, and return here to the Necrom bindery when you are done.
Tell me more about the locations I need to visit.
A reasonable and prudent request. I shall provide what details I can, but I know little more than you do. Local history and politics are not my usual area of study. Which location would you like to know more about?
Tell me about the Necrom necropolis.
Necrom serves as a center for the ancient Dunmer practice of ancestor worship. A strange custom. The monks of the necropolis, called the Keepers of the Dead, tend the catacombs beneath the city. They guide the faithful in venerating their forebears.
Tell me about Telrendis.
Telrendis is one of the many mushroom towers that dot this land. They usually serve as domiciles of Telvanni wizards who wield formidable magic. But this tower is abandoned. Interesting. Fate dictates that when you go there, I shall accompany you.
Tell me about Alavelis.
Alavelis is a minor settlement whose only claim to fame is its malachite quarry, a glass mine, as the Dunmer refer to it. That thread of fate vibrates with particular intensity. What you shall find there, I cannot say, but I urge caution, Proxy.
What is this place?
An old bookbinder's shop, our temporary base of operations in this region. I secured it so we could travel to and from Apocrypha without causing undue panic. I doubt Necrom's authorities would approve of portals to an Oblivion realm in their city.
Tell me about the portals.
In addition to the 3 to take you to the locations you must investigate, I summoned 2 gateways to Apocrypha. One leads to the Endless Library, a place of books as numberless as the stars. The other to Chroma Incognito, where lost fates linger.
Am I supposed to go to Apocrypha now?
Only if you desire to do so. The threads of fate Hermaeus Mora asks you to investigate begin here in the Telvanni Peninsula. Where they shall lead us, I cannot say. But with the threat directed at Apocrypha, I thought quick access was prudent.
Very fair.
Your choice must be your own, Proxy. Hermaeus Mora was clear about that.
Okay, we have 3 places that we can start. Should we go to the Necron Necropolis? Should we go to the Mushroom Tower of Tel Rindus? Or should we go to the glass mine town of Elvilis?
Does it matter?
It doesn't, as far as I'm aware. I have no idea. I went through in a specific order last time. I don't know if going in a different order makes a difference or not.
Order was listed, I guess. Why not?
Order's listed. Okay, so Necron Necropolis first.
How can we honor our ancestors if the necropolis is closed?
The abbot ordered the closure for your own good, citizen. Curate Gedane, make sure no one enters.
Prelate? Oh, of course. No one enters the necropolis.
The necropolis is closed? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Something about this doesn't feel right. Sorry, friend, but the necropolis is closed today. And by order of the abbot, it seems. We've never turned away the families of the dead before, but if the rumors about illness are true, plague isn't something to be treated lightly.
Illness?
When Prelate Forum and his aides arrived, my fellow keepers of the dead were plagued with a strange malady. I was away when the disease struck, and I haven't been allowed back inside since. The prelate said the abbot ordered the closure, but...
Feels like you don't trust the prelate.
Prelate Forum arrived from the temple, and suddenly my fellow monks fell ill. We were never notified of a visit, and besides, Forum isn't our usual prelate. Never even heard of him. If you can help, I can make sure you're compensated, I think.
I can look into the prelate for you.
Fate must have led you here, friend. Prelate Forum arrived aboard the Stormwing. If you can find out where they boarded the ship, it might tell us something. Talk to the portmaster at the harbor, while I deal with any pilgrims that come by.
Tell me more about the necropolis.
This is the necropolis of Necrom, perhaps the largest and oldest necropolis in all of Morrowind. For thousands of years, families have interred their revered ancestors in these catacombs. It's my honor to serve as one of the Keepers of the Dead.
The Keepers of the Dead?
Yes, we're a monastic order. We keep the crypts in good repair. We help families make funerary arrangements. And we guide those pilgrims who come to visit their ancestors. We never turned anyone away. Until now.
You said that you were away when the other keepers got sick?
I was with Abbot Ilvel when Prelate Forum arrived. I was barely introduced when the abbot sent me to get tea from the market. I'm worried about the abbot. He's always been kind to me. He and the monks raised me after... well, I had no other family.
Tell me more about the illness affecting the Keepers of the Dead.
I haven't seen it firsthand. Prelate Forum says the monks are delirious with fever. Now I'm stuck out here, turning pilgrims away, while everyone else is quarantined inside.
You think the prelate is responsible?
I think he brought this sickness to the necropolis, yes. Perhaps he picked it up on the voyage to Necrom, although neither he nor his aides appear sick. Wish I could ask Abbot Ilvel about it, but Prelate Forum won't let me inside to see him.
If the keepers are sick, isn't it prudent to close the necropolis?
Maybe. But if it isn't spreading to the prelate or his aides, is it really that dangerous? I have no idea.
Speaking of fate, anything happened here that recently could be connected to Hermaeus Mora?
The Lord of Secrets? I hope not. I mean, I suppose Hermaeus Mora isn't bad as far as Daedric princes go. He's not part of the House of Troubles, after all. But trafficking with any Daedra is dangerous business. Everyone knows that.
It's a shame, because I traffic with Daedra on a daily basis. Okay, we need to talk to the portmaster. Can't wait to get Emissary's Enclave, but I'm waiting for the Zilla Zenithar event when houses go on sale, so that way I can buy it for cheaper. Portmaster.
Not now, stranger. My assistant never showed up for work today, and I've got my hands full directing cargo bound for both land and sea.
Passengers in the Stormwing may have brought a plague to Necrom.
Plague? That's not a word to toss around lightly. What proof do you have?
The necropolis has been closed because the monks have fallen ill.
Look, illness is a part of life when you work with the dead. I'm surprised the Keepers of the Dead aren't sick more often. Plague can be serious, but I need more than your word to shut down the port or quarantine the city.
If you let me investigate the Stormwing, I can find the proof we need.
Sorry, I can't let you wander around unattended on a ship under my watch. And since my assistant Randus never showed up for work today, I have no one available to escort you. Without Port Agent Randus or more substantial proof, I can't help you.
You don't want to be remembered as the portmaster who let a plague overrun Necrom, do you?
No, I wouldn't want that. All right. If you're careful and don't touch anything, you can go aboard and take a look around. But if you find anything to verify your claim, I want you to bring it to me immediately.
The Hagfen is a strange place, even with the Wirises watching over it.
My fellow kindred, as the supreme plague master of our glorious order, I command you to follow these instructions to the letter. Bring the pestilent lord's implements to Firewatch and meet me at the harbor. We will complete our journey to Necrom aboard the merchant ship Stormwing. Make sure the vials containing the holy miasma of disease are sealed tight. I can't believe I said miasma correctly. It's important that What?
Well done.
It's important that Periite's breath remains undiluted until we share it with the Necropolis' misguided monks. I have the robes and cowls you will need in Necrom. I shall pose as a temple prelate, and you will be my attendants. Soon we will search the Necropolis unhindered, and find what we seek. To the glory of Periite and the hidden kindred, Blightcrown. Well, that's
I mean, I just want to point out just how stupid it is to just leave it on a ship like that.
Yeah, and now we know one of the Daedric princes that's out to get us. It's Periite, the Lord of Disease.
Well, I mean, considering what's going on, I'm not surprised at all.
Well, we've always gotten on well with Periite. I mean, sort of.
No, I mean, he's the Daedric Lord of Disease. They're dealing with a disease. I mean...
Yeah, but Periite's not usually listed as like a bad guy. Like, he's usually as an antagonist, Daedric Prince. So, it's unusual for him to be in an antagonistic role. As opposed to the other Daedric Prince who's involved with this, who we're at blows with almost every time we meet her.
Spoilers? Okay.
Yeah, I need to go talk to the port official because I promised her I would come back to her. Except for she's not here anymore. What the heck? Where'd she go?
No one's gone near it since the temple priests disembarked. Not even a rat.
Probably cultists of some sort. That's my guess, anyway.
You don't think?
Oh, well, she's not here anymore, so.
Haunted and cursed.
Back. I was worried maybe you abandoned me. If I have to turn away one more family. Did you learn anything at the Stormwing about a sickness or a plague? And did the temple really send Prelate Forum to the necropolis?
The prelate is an imposter. He's a leader of the Hidden Kindred cult and a follower of Periite.
An imposter? Let me see what you found. I knew there was something wrong the moment I saw the prelate. I suppose I should call him Blightcrown. What kind of name is that? And what does a devotee of Periite want in the necropolis?
The note doesn't say, but it does indicate they want to search the necropolis for something.
All sorts of relics and heirlooms are stored in the catacombs with the ancestors. And with Periite cultists loose inside, Abbot Ilvel and the Keepers are in terrible danger. We need to get into the necropolis. But how? The main door is locked.
You must know another way to get into the necropolis.
I don't. Wait. When I wanted to slip out after curfew, I used the cellar that connects to the city's underways. I doubt Blightcrown or his attendants know about it. Meet me in the tunnel behind the necropolis. I think I can get us inside from there.
Good idea. I'll meet you in the tunnel.
The entrance to the underways is on the west side of the necropolis. You'll find the cellar door in an alcove on your right. I'll post a notice about the closure and join you there. We can't let Periite's cult rummage through the catacombs.
You seem very worried about the abbot.
I was orphaned at a young age. No other family. Abbot Ilvel took me in and raised me. He's the father I never had. A kind and devout servant of the necropolis. Maybe too trusting. It never occurred to him to question Blightcrown's story.
Blightcrown as the prelate said the necropolis was closed by order of the abbot.
I only have Blightcrown's word about that. I'm not even sure if the abbot and the keepers are really sick. When I returned, the place was already locked tight, and I was ordered to stay at the door and turn pilgrims away.
What about the city guard? Can they help?
As Prelate Forum, Blightcrown has the authority of the temple. The Necrom Guard would never make a move against a temple prelate or the orders of the abbot. No. We need to get inside and find the abbot ourselves, before it's too late.
What can you tell me about Periite?
Not a terrible lot. I'm not an expert on Daedric studies or anything. I know he's the Daedric Prince of Pestilence, the Blighted Lord, the Master of Tasks. Some believe he isn't a very important prince, but people get sick all the time.
People worship a god of disease?
People worship all sorts of things. Periite's followers see disease as a blessing. They revel in suffering and spreading plagues. Blightcrown's attendants have pox scars. I should have suspected something when I first met them.
Yeah, that definitely would have been a giveaway.
Over here, friend. A rarely used trapdoor. You go first. No one around, just as I hoped. The chapel was through the doorway and up the stairs.
The necropolis exists. Necromancers. It's Necromancy Walmart!
To the right, friend. The door to the chapel is at the end of the hall.
Get him!
Locked? The chapel is never locked. Can you pick it? If not, Curate Zancon leaves his key on a shelf to the northwest. Those sensors, whatever they're emitting, reeks.
Oh, great.
Destroy the sensors. They're sickening these keepers.
I don't know anything about a fulcrum.
Abbot Ilvel is in danger.
She's a pretty dark
Forum
elf.
put one of those foul sensors in his chamber.
They are so many
She is too,
questions.
actually.
Please, help the others.
I know nothing of Prior Durdren's tomb. Leave me be.
That's all of them. Let's go check on Abbot Ilvel.
Keep the censers burning to infuse the chapel with Periite's blessed breath, but use care. Do not exhaust our supply before we find what we seek. Question the keeper, stricken by our prince's favor. Where is the relic? Where is Prior Durin's tomb? What other secrets hide in the catacombs? In their fever they should reveal what we need to find the relic. Abbot Irvel may know more about these topics than the other keepers of the dead. Move him to his chambers, and I will question him personally. Break.
Light Crown with the Abbot?
Crown.
His chambers.
I keep trying to say Bright Clown. I mean, I guess he is a clown, but...
The Abbot. Destroy that foul censer, friend.
No, brother, stop. Fulcrum Obscura. Durdren's tomb. In the lower catacombs.
Poor Abbot Ilvel. He's delirious. What did he say about the lower catacombs? How insidious. Blightcrown made the Keepers of the Dead sick so he could question them in their fevered state. And also he could find some old relic hidden in the necropolis? Why go to all the trouble?
It's part of a plot to attack Hermaeus Mora. I was told the fate sent me here to stop it.
Hermaeus Mora? The Keepers of the Dead have nothing to do with the Lord of Secrets. And I never heard of anything called the Fulcrum Obscura. Wait, how do you know all this? Are you a cultist too?
No, I agreed to help because the threat to Hermaeus Mora also endangers Nirn.
Endangers Nirn? I'm just a minor curate working in the necropolis. Feuds between Daedric princes are beyond me. Still, I want to help. Finding anything in the catacombs will take time. We might be able to catch up with Blightcrown if we hurry.
What kind of relic would be in Prior Durden's tomb?
Prior Durdren founded the necropolis and our order. Abbot Ilvel idolized him. Told me the prior was obsessed with Necrom's history and had received a special charge from Lord Vivek. There's a key to the catacombs in the desk. Hurry, friend.
I'll get the key and head into the catacombs.
Take the key from the desk and head to the catacombs. The door is through the chapel and to the north. I'll stay with Abbot Ilvel. Do what I can until he recovers. Just be careful. We know Blightcrown didn't arrive at the necropolis by himself.
What else can you tell me about Prior Durden and his tomb?
Prior Durdren established the Keepers of the Dead as a religious order and built this abbey over the ancient necropolis. He lived and died here centuries ago.
Do you know anything about the relic, the Fulcrum Obscura?
I don't remember that coming up in any of the abbot's lectures. But Prior Durdren possessed many talents. Legend has it he could command powerful Daedra and resist their lures. And he was given some sort of charge by Lord Vivek personally.
And where would I find the Prior's tomb?
I only visited it once, with Abbot Ilvel when I was very young. It's somewhere in the lower catacombs, at the very deepest point in the necropolis. Remember, Blightcrown brought the hidden Kindred with him. You might have to fight to get there.
Are Abbot Invel and the other keepers going to be alright?
The ancestors watch over us. I have faith that in moments of need, my prayers will be answered. Although it certainly helps that the censers were destroyed and that foul miasma is dissipating. I'll do what I can while you deal with the imposter.
Tell me about the catacombs.
Since the founding of Morrowind, Dark Elves have interred their dead in necropolises. Necrom is one of the oldest, maybe the oldest. Here, our people can visit their revered ancestors, seek their guidance, remind them they haven't been forgotten.
Are there many relics in the catacombs?
It depends what you mean by relic. Many families choose to honor their dead by entombing them with trophies or keepsakes. Some of those might be valuable, or dangerous. But no Dark Elf would think of stealing from their ancestors.
Alright.
The door to the catacombs is through the chapel and to the north. Prior Durdren's tomb is deep inside.
Hmm. Oh, I have to take a right. Okay.
That's it.
Keep looking. Light crown now if we find them.
I mean, Bright Crown can demand all he wants. It's not going to. You're not going to magically find it just because he demands it.
Over so soon. Give him a fight. Fulcrum Obscura. Wait. Someone approaches Tovasard. Quick, take the relic.
The relic broke. Still, this portion contains the power we need. I leave our guests to you, Lycra.
The time to hide is over. Behold Blight Crown, most favored priest of Periites. I leave you with a blessing from the Prince of Pestilence.
Not a very good gift from your prince.
Gotta be better than that.
You're back. Look, Abbot Ilvel is awake and feeling much better.
Is this the one, Gadain? You saved many lives, friend. Come, talk with me. Young Gadain told me of your mission for the Prince of Fate. A strange and perilous ally. But I thank you for saving the necropolis. We owe you our lives. What happened in the catacombs? Did you find the impostor who called himself Prelate Farum?
The prelate is actually a priest named Blight Crown. They got away with part of the relic.
Interesting. I know Prior Durdrin cavorted with Daedra, but there was no mention of Periite in any of the chronicles. At least I see that you recovered the rest of the relic. I have no idea what they think it can do, or if it even still functions.
What should I do with this piece of the relic?
Oh, hold on to it, of course. Gadain said that fate led you to us. I can only assume it was because of the Fulcrum Obscura. It must have a role in whatever trials you must face to save Nirn. Yes, my young charge told me everything. he does that.
Was there anything else, Albert?
Just this. I am in no condition to help you recover the relic. None of the keepers are. Well, none except Gadain. I will send our young curate with you. Search out these villains, put a stop to their scheme, and recover the Fulcrum Obscura. Gadain, go with this adventurer. Retrieve the stolen piece of Fulcrum Obscura. You need to see more of the world anyway.
Go? But... Yes, Abbot. I'll do it. Friend, a word, please?
Of course.
I never traveled far from Necrom. Barely left the Telvanni Peninsula, and that was just one trip to Mournhold with Abbot Ilvel. The Abbot has given me a mission, though, and I mean to complete it. Just tell me what to do, and I'll follow your lead.
Meet me at the old Necrom Bindery. I'm working with someone named Littermill the Wise.
The Necrom Bindery? I thought that place was abandoned. Of course I'll meet you there. Oh, and the Abbot authorized me to give you this. For exposing Blightcrown and saving the Necropolis. They got away with part of the relic, but we'll get it back.
Alright, well that is the first quest done.
Your work here is done, Proxy. Still we... That dark elf also bears the mark of fate. I shall speak with you momentarily, Curate. Fate's threads still lead to 2 other locations. Choose another portal, Proxy.
Well, we're going by the list, so...
He seems young and in over his head.
Of course. Go on, friend. I'll see you soon.
So we're going by the list, so we're going to the Mushroom Tower next. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and run and do my bathroom break, and when we come back, we're going to start the second quest of the Necron main story, so I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, thank you for waiting. I have returned.
The threads of fate draw both of us to this place, Proxy. Telrendis, once the home of a powerful Telvanni magister named Meln the Mouthless, but now abandoned. From what I could ascertain, no one knows what happened to the wizard of this tower.
Is that why we're here, to find out what happened?
That has yet to be determined. One of the strands of fate revealed to me converges at this location. More than that, Hermaeus Mora expects us to learn for ourselves. Of the 3 sites, this one requires that I be on hand to assist you.
Why is this place more important than the other two sites?
I never said it was more important. Just that fate requires both of us here. More than that, we shall need to determine. I do sense a lingering presence. A connection to Apocrypha. Help me investigate this place and Hermaeus Mora will reward you.
I'll help you investigate this place.
I wish to survey the tower and its grounds. The threads of fate hang over this place like cobwebs of possibility and consequence. Let us explore the center of the compound and see where those threads take us.
Okay, what can you tell me about the Telvanni?
The Telvanni are one of the great Dunmer houses. They focus on magic and the arcane arts, and they consider power, ruthlessness, and ambition to be paramount. We must be careful in our dealings with them, for they are nothing if not dangerous.
You mentioned a name, Melon the Mouthless.
Yes, but I could not learn much. Just that he owns this tower, but has not been seen in some time. The place is considered abandoned. He was a Telvanni Magister, the highest rank in the house, second only to the Archmagister.
What does it mean that he was the Mouthless?
Telvanni Masters and Magisters avoid undue socializing, fearing threats from all directions. So they appoint agents to represent them. Mouths. Meln eschewed the practice, hence they called him Mouthless. I expect his tower to be a fortress.
Alright, let's go check it out. So Joe, I know we were talking about doing the Obi-Wan stuff via text in the chat, but I'd like to hear your best Ewan McGregor voice.
I'm not even going to bother because I can't do his voice.
Oh.
I can't do it. Like, I don't know why you asked me that. That's not what I do.
The tower's defenses have them well occupied.
Well, I thought you said you could do a passable Obi-Wan, so...
No, when did I ever... Why would I ever say that?
I don't know. I thought you said you could.
The tower's defenses continue to oppose. What the hell, man?
Meln was thorough, I'll give him that. Any word from the tower?
No progress yet. I'll keep you informed.
See that you do, Captain. You there, come forward.
I'm sad. There are spears here and I can't take them because they're not real.
I expected to have Telrendis all to myself today, and you're certainly not one of Captain Zenfis's vampire mercenaries. So, who are you, and why have you come to this tower?
I am Reewish Lopdesh. We heard the place was abandoned.
Abandoned, yes, but not without its defenses. Telrendis is a dangerous place, Fla. I advise you not to interfere with the Dusksabers. And it seems Meln the Mouthless left Telrendis well protected, as my mercenaries can testify.
Melon the Mouthless?
Oh, the Telvanni Magister who owned this place. He's been missing for decades. The old fool possessed a book that I very much want to add to my library. Scavenge if you will, as long as you understand the book is mine. Now, why are you really here?
Let's see. Like you surmised, we're here to scavenge whatever we can find from the abandoned tower.
A capable adventurer might be just what I need. The wards of Telrendis are intended to keep out other Telvanni wizards, myself included. And since my Dusksabers are stymied, I have a proposition for you.
What kind of proposition?
Find a way into the tower and breach Meln's defenses so I can recover the book I seek. You can then attend to your business with the gratitude of a Telvanni master. So what do you say? Do we have an agreement?
We'll find a way into the tower.
I suggest you begin with the old Telrendis Hall to the southwest of this camp. Captain Zenfis reports that his Dusksabers are having a difficult time there. If you can succeed where they have so far failed, I will make it worth your while.
What? Game, why don't I just tell her that I'm working against her? Like... like, all of these things are, like, definitely don't ask that first one. I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask the third one.
There are no cultists here. Only my Dusksabers.
and the defenders Meln the Mouthless left behind. But I'm curious about how you are acquainted with Torvasad. Where did you encounter him?
Torvasad worked with the Hidden Kindred to steal a relic from the Necrom necropolis. You know him?
In some quarters, it's impolite to ask about such things. I'm a Telvanni master. I know many Dremora. My dealings with them are not your concern. But if you must know, I had no part in whatever happened in Necrom. That Telvanni bears watching. But the tower remains the crux of our investigation here. Let us find a way in.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best, Silreni voice. My business at Tel Rinderus is not quite done. Detach a strong company of Darksabers and establish a camp at the tower. I will join you there. Do not attempt to enter Tel Rinderus until I arrive. Melon the Mouthless set powerful defenses in place that will take time to circumvent. Curse that old fool. Alright. It's really dark in here, actually. Here we go, that's better.
A magical ward seals that door. What happened here, mercenary?
What happened here? The ward killed
Damn
my
it,
comrade.
why are you always so
Not
fast?
easy to do to a Dusksaber.
Why do you get to one shot? What the That's not fair. Oh, of course you get the ultimate attack.
Listen to this to-do list, Joe. No, item number 1, add more summoning circles in the courtyard. Item number 2, servants could be spies. Dismiss them. Number 3, the door leading to the portal in Talrindus Hall is sealed with a ward of my own creation. Destructive Reticent. I think that's how you pronounce that. The spell switch deactivates the ward. Remember, it's disguised. Use Ghost Sight Lens before touching anything. Number 4, banish the cook. Despite you say you already dismissed the servants, I don't know why the cook is getting their own item. I know she plans to poison me. Number 5, encrypt book. Hide it, encrypt, and hide it. I can't trust anyone. Somebody got a little paranoid towards the end.
I thought we had little to fear from old tricks and traps. But look what happened to my comrade. Dead as the last swit who stepped out of line across the Dusksabers. Speaking of, who are you and what are you doing here?
Master Shelrini sent us to help open up a path to the end of the tower. Tell me what happened here.
Nalia tried to push through the ward on that door. The note over there suggests that something in this room disarms the trap. Clearly, she guessed wrong. I think this strange lens is part of the puzzle. We found it by the note.
A strange lens, what does it do?
Here, you take it. We obviously weren't able to figure it out. I'll be damned if I try to use it again. If Shelreni sent you, by all means, be my guest. I'm just going to stand back here.
I'll see if I can figure out how to dispel the ward.
Lenses such as that can reveal hidden things. Look through it, Proxy.
I think the lens...
I'm not trying to talk to you, I'm trying to use the lens.
Look for anything glowing. That should be the switch to dispel the ward.
The ward is gone. Master Shelreni must be informed at once.
You go do that while I go into the
Lead the way, Proxy.
tower. Damn, it's so dark in this place.
This portal should take us to the tower. We have reached the lower level of the tower. There should be more portals to take us higher, Proxy.
You dare enter the Tower of Milk, Magister of the Telvanni? Turn back or be destroyed!
He sounds like,
Keep going, Proxy.
Morpheus from Fallout New Vegas's DLC, Old World Blues.
You aid that thief and liar, Shelready Barrow! Provoke me at your own risk, intruder!
Interesting. The spirit seems...
Technically, I'm trying to stab her in the back.
Now she sends you to steal my book.
Apparently Shinri murdered him.
The spirit actually Meln the Mouthless.
He's big.
Or we could have a nice chat and discuss this like civilized people.
I would much rather chat and discuss like civilized people, yes.
If there's one thing I learned in death, it's how foolish the living can be. I know all that passes in my home, intruder. I heard your bargain with that so-called Master Shereni Barrow. You have given my murderer access to my tower.
Master Shinri murdered you? Why?
Why does a Telvanni do anything? Ambition, power, greed. 20 years ago, I stood in Shereni's path. An obstacle to the higher rank she craved. She requested a meeting. Instead of negotiating, she killed me and tried to steal my prized possession.
If you were dead, what stopped her from stealing this possession of yours?
Oh, just all the contingencies I had in place. With my last breath, I banished her from the tower and set all the wards and defenses. They held perfectly well, until you mucked everything up. She'll have no trouble stealing my black book now.
Black book?
The Tormenting Eye, a tome of forbidden secrets. I see Hermaeus Mora's mark on you and your companion. If you don't know about the black books, she can tell you more. Shereni Barrow is careless in her pursuit of power. She must not possess my book.
What are you asking, Mel?
Two things protect my book. The spell of illegibility I cast upon it, and the fact that without my aid, it will take her time to break the spell on her own. Still, I'd rather she never get her hands on it. Stop her, and I'll find a way to reward you.
I need to discuss this with her, Mel.
The thread becomes clear. Hermaeus Mora sent us to recover the Black Book.
The Black Book is mine. And with this soul gem, I also have this miserable spirit. Meln comes with me.
No!
And I thought this day couldn't get any worse.
Well, that's not great.
I knew the threads of fate here are tied to three things. Master Shelreni, Meln the Mouthless, and the Black Book. That was the connection to Apocrypha I sensed here. Black books are creations of Hermaeus Mora and his realm.
Tell me more about black books.
Black books are relics of Apocrypha. Each holds a different secret. Most are kept in the vast libraries of Hermaeus Mora's realm, but he sometimes gifts one to a mortal. In addition to forbidden knowledge, each serves as a portal to Apocrypha.
How many black books are there?
That is a secret the one who knows has not yet shared with me. I can count the number of black books I know about on one hand, and each is unique. Only one copy of each book exists. This is the first I have heard of one titled The Tormenting Eye.
You know what's funny is that our character has more black books in Skyrim than she can count the titles of, which is kind of interesting. So what now?
We must free Meln the Mouthless from Master Shelreni's grasp and retrieve the Black Book. But to do that, we need more information. Look around, Proxy. If Meln was indeed murdered here, there might be proof of Shelreni's villainy.
There's his corpse.
The body of Meln the Mouthless. It is clear he was murdered at this very spot.
A skeleton, not corpse.
That letter from Master Shelreni's mouth. That meeting must have been when Meln was murdered. Meln the Mouthless let down his guard and paid the ultimate price. His body has remained here forgotten and undisturbed for decades because he preferred solitude above all else. Now Master Shelreni has both Meln's spirit and his black book.
You said you knew what we need to do?
To recover Meln and his black book, you must find Master Shelreni, and the letter you discovered explains how to do that. Go to the Assembly of Masters at Old Isra and question Shelreni's mouth, Vabdru. He shall know how to reach her.
You aren't coming?
No. Here our paths diverge. I leave Mouth Vabdru and Meln in your hands. While you pursue the spirit, I shall research the Black Book and contemplate the other threads of fate. I must.
What do I do after I locate the Master?
Master Shelreni has trapped Meln's spirit in a soul gem. You must retrieve that gem or destroy it. Go to Old Isra and find Shelreni's aide, Mouth Vabdru. He must have an office in the tower called Telvani.
Can you tell me about Aldous Era?
The Telvani Assembly of Masters meets there. Well, their representatives do. The Masters themselves rarely bother to make an appearance. That is what they have mouths for. You want to go to Telvara. The mouths work out of that tower in Old Isra.
Why don't the Telvani Masters attend their own assembly?
The Masters leave day-to-day concerns to their mouths. Their own arcane studies are far more important to them, and they try to avoid direct interaction with their rivals whenever possible. The fate that befell Meln is not an uncommon one. This portal leads outside. You must travel to Old Isra from there. Defenses around Tel Hulin play havoc with portal magic.
I mean, it makes sense. I wouldn't want anyone teleporting directly into my house either, would you?
Not really.
My master wants you to convey this message to Master Shelreni. The Assembly will not tolerate threats or coercion.
These rumors disturb the other masters. Shelreni must moderate her ambition before the Assembly takes action.
I will relay your concerns to Master Shelreni. Forget what you heard, stranger. Master Shelreni cares not what the other masters think of her, or how difficult she makes things for me. So, what brings you to Telvara, the Tower of the Telvani Mouths?
I need to talk to the Master, Selreni. Where can I find her?
Master Shelreni never comes to Aldisra. Telvani Masters rarely do. I expect she is at her tower Tel Baro, but I would be a poor mouth indeed if I let you pester her at home without asking what business you have with her.
Don't you recognize me? I was assisting Master Selreni at Tel Rindis. She's waiting for my report.
Ah. Master Shelreni doesn't discuss her work with me. Very well. Take the Tel Baro insignia from my office. You'll need it to unlock the wards. Otherwise, you'll never get through the cavern to reach the tower. She takes security quite seriously.
I'll go get that insignia now.
My office is through the north door and the insignia is behind my desk. Use it to unlock the wards in the cavern, or you'll never reach the tower. Tel Baro is hard to find. Look for the cavern of the tower east of Old Isra. The tower is inside.
What exactly does Mel do?
We tend to the affairs of the Assembly on behalf of the masters we represent. Master Shelreni is far too important to waste her time in matters of house business. All the masters are. So we mouths make sure routine matters never trouble them.
Do you let everyone who asks go to see the Master Selreni?
A better question is, do I think you are an assassin? Or do I even care? If you aren't, there's no danger. If you are, well, Master Shelreni can protect herself. Beyond that, I'm not sure my master and I are still on the same path.
So it works for him if his master gets assassinated anyways, because then he can either advance in the ranks or get a new master. Alright, let's go to the Telbaru.
Ready to ride.
Ooh! Surrounded by dusk sabers.
Got to be better than that to stop us.
So, important question. When a vampire bites you, you become a vampire, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, well, in most media, if a vampire bites you, you become a vampire. Okay. If a human bites a vampire, does the vampire become a human again?
No, because humans don't have that ability.
It's an Iron Eternach. Okay, that's one locked down. 3 to go. Okay, that's all 4 locks down.
In my power, Protocol. We'll unlock the Black Book soon enough.
To that, Shelreni. We need the right hidden within the tormenting eye, or else all is for naught.
Tell the princes, I'll uphold my end of the bargain. I expect them to uphold theirs.
no time for obstinate ghosts. You will give me access to the Black Book when I return, or else.
Over here! Quickly, before Shelreni comes back! I see you were able to follow the clues I left in my tower. But you took your sweet time. I can't defy Shelreni much longer. If we're going to get out of here and keep me from complying with that lying murderer, you must do exactly as I say.
What do I need to do?
My spirit is bound to the soul gem Shelreni used to capture me. Disentangling the connection will require more time and expertise than you have. So simply take the gem and leave. Without me, she may never be able to unlock my Black Book.
Where's the Black Book?
Shelreni took the Black Book with her, but without my help, she'll have to unriddle it page by page. The labor of days or weeks, not hours. If she can even accomplish it, she's too fond of the easy path to power. It will be her undoing someday.
What does Master Shelreni need the book for?
She doesn't need it at all. She's in league with a Dremora, Torvasard, and a pair of Daedric princes. There's apparently a rite contained within the book they want her to cast. In return, they'll give her what she wants. Control of House Telvanni.
I'll get the soul gem. We need to get out of here.
With the gem in your possession, I can come and go as I please. Now use that portal and let's go. Yes, this will do nicely. Let's discuss our arrangement, my chariot of flesh and bone.
That's disgusting. My chariot of flesh and bone.
Being dead and incorporeal isn't how I plan to spend eternity. But being with you is 1,000 times better than remaining in Shelreni's clutches. And we delayed her plans for my Black Book. Now, tell me about your dealings with Hermaeus Mora.
Hermaeus Mora chose me to help shore or save Apocrypha and Nirn from opposing Daedric princes.
So, end of the world stuff. Well, that's something interesting at least. Obviously, you're going to need the help of a Telvanni Magister. Luckily, you have me. Let me conjure up a small reward for my old vault. A stipend for services rendered. Now, mind you keep my gem on you at all times. I can't help you save the world or advise you on matters of import if I'm not on your person. Unless I manifest, only you can hear me. Oh, and I can lend you certain abilities, such as my ghost sight.
Advise me about what?
Remember, I was a Telvanni Magister. Still am, as a matter of fact. One of the most powerful mages in the peninsula. And I've dealt with Hermaeus Mora before. And Shelreni. Don't you think my counsel will be worth listening to? Well, it is.
Why did Master Shelreni murder you again?
Once, long ago, I was her mentor. But I recognized a darkness in her. And not the usual Telvanni traits. She was reckless. Dangerous. I refused to sponsor her advancement beyond the rank of master, and she coveted my Black Book. So, she killed me.
It wasn't because you were annoying. Tell me about the ghost sight.
It's an improvement on the ocular lens you used in my tower. I created a spell to produce the same effect without any need of a crude focus. Turns out, it works even better now that I'm dead.
Better, what do you mean?
My Black Book, the Tormenting Eye, contains many secrets. Ghost Sight was one of them. With it, I can expand your senses, allow you to see the hidden, the imperceivable, the unseen. I have no doubt it will prove important in the tasks ahead of us.
Alright.
Tossed in your pack? I expect you to find a nice silk pouch for my gem at the first opportunity. Now, let's be off.
Look, I've already had 2 talking things in my pack, so now I have a 3rd talking thing in my pack. I've had the Augur of the Obscure, I've had, what's his name? Erebrock the Mutilator? Yeah. And now I have the Telvanni Magister in my pack. Kind master, I will lay 100 blackened skulls at your feet. I'm like, that's a little obsessive, my friend.
Mortal, why do you bear the mark of the great eye?
20 blackened skulls will suffice. Hello, Scroot. If I can tag you.
Mortals, you scurry around obsessed with your
It's an apathetic Daedra.
But you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora. Have you come to replace me in my task? That would be typical.
That would be typical.
Wait. Were you sent to help me with the cultists? Before you die?
Maybe. Tell me about these cultists.
Not much to tell. I just arrived myself. This mortal served the Great Eye, but he died before he could tell me about the other Daedric cultists that scamper about. They're creating an intolerable contradiction in reality. Makes my tentacles ache.
A contradiction in reality?
Something here undermines a fate recorded by Hermaeus Mora. Likely foolish mortals trying to change what has already been written. To fix this, I could use some help. It's common knowledge that mortals prize gold. 8 men, I'll give you some.
Alright, I'll help you. Where do we begin?
I prefer to sit back and wait for entropy to claim us all.
Entropy to claim us all.
Let's survey the town. See if anyone survived and try to determine what the cultists want here. Oh, and despite my size, I'm good at a fight. You'll see.
Why are you here, Scroot?
As I said, divergences in the threads of fate call to me. My purpose is to correct those digressions, examine the contradictions, and rectify them. I can't leave until I succeed. Don't ask me why, there is no why. It simply is.
What exactly are you?
I am Scroot, a powerful servant of the Great Eye. Creatures of my Daedric order call ourselves... it doesn't matter. Everyone else calls us watchlings. An insulting diminutive. But I expect nothing more.
Powerful? How powerful?
Oh, do you mock me? I detect a note of mockery. I should reduce your brain to rotten cheese for your temerity. Yeah, but what's the point? What's the point of anything, really? Just know that I can summon a mighty strike when fate requires it. Very mighty.
I thought Daedra had to be summoned to reach an urn.
Yes, but it's usually easy enough to nudge a mortal follower of Hermaeus Mora to summon me when the ripples of fate draw me here. It's not my fault the fragile mortal got himself killed. Well, maybe it is. Who can say? Fate works in mysterious ways.
What can you tell me about this place?
Olivelis? Or this tedious mortal plane? No, don't tell me. My answer's the same in either case. It's a dust mote, populated by delusional insects whose meaningless lives seem important to them. I can't bring myself to care.
I love Scroot. Then why would Hermaeus Mora care about what happens
I
here?
have no clue. When my master exerts his power in this plane, the consequences linger. Footprints in the malleable clay of fate that harden to stone with the passing ages. I sense that events here run counter to something my master did long ago.
So there's something special about this place, after all.
Something special about a mortal settlement? Hardly. Olivelis fails to stand out from the sheer mediocrity of 1,000 similar places in this world. Until the followers of a Daedric prince seize control of it anyway. Which may be something.
And what can you tell me about the cultists
You
here?
mean besides the dead devotee of Hermaeus Mora? They call themselves the Hidden Kindred. Since I could see them, the nomenclature must be ironic. I also noticed some Daedra, Dremora of Clan Dreamcarver, sworn to serve Prince Vermina.
The hidden kindred infiltrated the necropolis. A Periite priest named Blightcrown led them.
Periite and Vermina? Working together? That could be the source of the disturbance in fate. The mortal who summoned me spoke of nightmares before he died. I was just about to start my inquiries when you arrived. Pity you don't have more tentacles.
Okay, let's get started. Somewhere down here is also the last of the sky shards I need. I should probably pull up the map for that.
Horrible noise you mortals make. Where's it coming from?
No, stay back! I need to wake up. I have to. Are you real? Not another one of those awful dreams. And you look undisturbed. Don't you hear the terrible whispers?
Tell me what happened here.
It started when a stranger came to town. A Tilvani master. She offered to purchase the old glass mine. I thought it was too good to be true. The mine closed years ago. But she offered us a chest full of gold, and the village elders accepted it.
Was it Master Shalrini Barrow?
You know her? Master Shalrini didn't stay long, but she sent an overseer who started hiring workers immediately. Master Shalrini said she wanted the mine reopened as quickly as possible.
What happened next?
Everyone in the village was given a job in the mine. Then others came. Masons and additional laborers, we thought. And the dream started. Nightmares. Toiling in the darkness. Working to cut malachite and stone for an arch and a statue.
What arch and statue?
In a dream, they were building an arch in the mine while we dug out the glass and stone. What wasn't used for the arch was sent to restore a statue. At least that's what the overseer said. We woke each morning exhausted and bloody.
Where's everyone now?
I don't know. But listen. The overseer and his workers, they're Daedra worshippers. They rounded up the villagers and took them away. I hid. Check the green glass inn. The cultists commandeered it. Now please, I need to get out of here.
Nightmares. Sounds like Prince Vermina, all right. We should investigate this green glass inn.
Man, they really did a number to this poor town.
How disappointing. Another name that overpromises and underdelivers. Yeah, well, we might as well look around. Master Shalrini. Are you familiar with this mortal?
Unfortunately, I am.
I should have guessed Shalrini Barrow was involved in whatever happened here.
Oh, that's cool. Milne the Mouthless was talking because I got him last time. I got him last, so I'd missed out on any kind of conversation that he would have had. I guess that's I guess the order you do things in does matter.
That
A
must
little
be the
bit.
disturbance in fate that brought me here. I assumed this would turn out to be some witless mortal delusion. A minor contradiction easily resolved. But Oblivion gateways and Daedric shrines, and plans to invade Apocrypha? Ugh. This might take longer than I thought.
What do you make of the two letters we found here?
Clearly, the cult used the mind to construct a portal to Apocrypha for the express purposes of invading my master's realm. They also sent stone to restore a Daedric shrine. Most likely one devoted to Periite or Vermina. But who's Master Shalrini?
I met Master Shalrini at Tel Rendis. She has one of Hermaeus Mora's black books.
Black books open doors to Apocrypha. So why do they need a gate? Still, Telvanni masters are powerful.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
That makes her dangerous and important to the Hidden Kindred. But why go to all this trouble? It's impossible to sneak past my master's gaze.
The letter mentioned a relic and a rite needed to find a door. Blight Crown got the relic in Necron.
Blight Crown sounds unpleasant. But doors in Apocrypha lead to secrets. Something this Torvisard saw in a dream? Is that why Vermina is interested? I suppose we should check the mine next. I hope I don't get hacked up. My constitution is irritating.
Let's go to the glass mine.
Most of the time, the research I undertake is wasted. But my study of the area indicated that the mine runs underneath the village. The entrance lies to the east. Why do you bear the mark of my master, mortal? You don't seem to be a devotee.
I made a deal with Hermaeus Mora to save Apocrypha and Nirn. He called me Fate's Chosen.
Of course he did. Mortals always get the special titles, but who winds up doing all the work? Usually that's me. Well, as long as we're both here, we might as well work together. What's the worst that could happen? Never mind. I already know.
Any idea who this Torvasard is?
Never heard of him. The letter we found claims he's an unaligned Dremora, working with Vermina and Periite. And with Master Shelreni, too. It's highly unusual for a Dremora not to be dedicated to a clan or a prince. Not mention of a dream.
What about Torvasad's dream?
Another contradiction and a flood of discrepancies. Daedra don't normally dream. Not like mortals, at any rate. Not even the Dremora, who consider themselves above the rest of us. I may need to look into this Torvasard when I return to Apocrypha.
It would be really cool in the Elder Scrolls 6 if they used their planet generation system to generate Daedric realms for us to explore. Like, they could make all the major Daedric realms, and then they could make Fargrave, and Fargrave would be able to travel the different realms from Fargrave to the town of Portals. And then, if we're lucky, they'll put other, like, little pocket planes for us to visit, too. That would be nice. If they've got it downloaded to the same engine they're going to make Elder Scrolls 6 in, they may as well use that system. Because otherwise that system will just be sitting there unused when they make Elder Scrolls 6. Because, like I said, they're going to make it in the same engine, so they already have access to that program. So I don't think it would take that much to load new tiles into it, especially for the Daedric realms. I don't know how much work it takes to make those tiles that they use to make the planets out of in Starfield. You okay, Joe?
I know they've got like the same company, but are they using the same? Like, for example, Pokemon had Nintendo, but it's Game Freak, right?
Yes.
Are you sure it's the same company that's also developing the game?
Yes, they confirmed that the main team that was the main Bethesda Game Studios team is the one that did Starfield, and they're the ones that are going to be doing Elder Scrolls 6. So.
The missing villagers.
And they're using the same engine, so.
Should have the decency not to leave their empty husks lying about.
Well, I just have to wait and see, right?
Yep.
It's inactive. And I can detect the lingering energy of Apocrypha in the air. It must have closed recently.
Yeah, but no, the way they made all the 1,000 planets is they created these large tiles of land, and then they created a system that takes those tiles and wraps them around the core of the planet to make the large worlds. And they have various things in place, like, specific biomes go in certain places, and there's things that can spawn in one biome but can't spawn in another. And every time you play the game, when you first visit a planet, it'll roll random locations, and it'll place those locations onto the planet. So when you visit a planet in one playthrough, it may have a location, and it may have a completely different location the next time you play the game.
Okay.
Which sounds really cool, actually.
But at least we have the invocation needed to activate the gateway.
An obscure invocation. Where did Shelreni dig it up, I wonder?
I suppose we have no choice. We need to activate the gateway and follow Hermaeus Mora's enemies to Apocrypha. Such heroics aren't usually part of my duties, but so it goes. I'll open the portal, then in we go.
You want me to accompany you to
Did I
Apocrypha?
use the wrong words, mortal? My investigation is incomplete. To find out what the hidden kindred seek in my master's realm, I must follow them. And since you agreed to assist me, you must follow me. I like it less than you, believe me.
What should I expect in Apocrypha?
Apocrypha can be overwhelming for mortals. You may find power or despair, knowledge or madness. Still, you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora. I think you're meant to go there and Damn it all, I think I'm meant to go with you.
Alright, activate the gateway.
Ready yourself, mortal. What was that invocation? Ah. By seventh Umbra and the dismal name, I bid thee open the Feliarch's bane.
Here we go.
Behold, Apocrypha. Don't look up, mortal. I understand your kind find our sky disturbing. Let me see. Head south. They went that way. Watcher. The invaders can't be too far ahead. Husk hasn't dissipated yet. The trail continues to the west, mortal.
That's not fair, they didn't give me any high ones.
The trail leads directly to the Tranquil Catalog. Oh no. Pick up the pace, mortal.
Intruder. I failed to stop your allies, but I won't allow any more of you to enter the catalog.
This should be interesting. I was never allowed to visit the Tranquil Catalog before.
Pardon my impertinence. Now I see that you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora and travel with one of the great Ice Watchlings. Have you come to aid us, stranger?
I agreed to help protect Apocrypha. Now tell me what happened.
Invaders forced their way into the Tranquil Catalog. I think they were devotees of Periite and Vermina. But how could that be? And Dreamcarver Dremora accompanied them. They killed or drove off my fellow ciphers.
Who are you and what is this place?
I am a humble cipher. A mortal scribe in service to the Great Eye. This is the Tranquil Catalog. A register and index of the contents of Apocrypha. Hermaeus Mora's enemies could wreak havoc with the information stored here.
Where can I find these invaders?
They scattered once they broke into the catalog. But two headed toward the Pool of Inquiry. A Dreamcarver Kinreeve and a second Dremora with markings the likes of which I've never seen. Please, you bear the Great Eye's mark. Stop them.
Understood.
The Pool of Inquiry? I know the way, mortal. Only Hermaeus Mora's most trusted followers and scribes are allowed access to the Tranquil Catalog. But if the Hidden Kindred and their Dremora allies know about the Pool of Inquiry, we must hurry, mortal.
What should I know about the Pool of
It's
Inquiry?
an index of sorts. Whatever the Hidden Kindred seek in Apocrypha, they must not know where to find it. So they've come to the catalog to get an exact location. The Pool of Inquiry contains such information, if they know how to retrieve it.
How do we stop them?
If they escape before we catch up to them, then we do what they did. Use the Pool of Inquiry to find them. The waters contain a record of everything in Apocrypha, which now includes these enemies of the Great Eye.
Very well.
Invaders in the Tranquil Catalog? What a calamity.
That's it?
Sharp is not impressed.
The Light Crown serves Periite, but orders the Hidden Kindred to work with Vermina? Allies indeed. Let a paprika smite your foe.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to use the paprika smite.
The invaders shattered the portal's seal. We need to follow them to the Pool of Inquiry. I was afraid of this. The invaders use the sacred tears. Look around. Without them, we can't use the pool. These portals lead to the shrines where we can find more of the sacred tears.
Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a bit, and then I also I'm gonna eat. So I'll have an off party, alright?
Okay, no problem. So I'll see you at 3 for to do Dynamax raids.
Sure.
Okay. See you in a little bit.
Shrines and tears. Bah! Even the tolerable danger like too much ceremony and arcane rules of conduct.
Great eye. Call on me.
Who's next?
More of the invaders. It will take forever to put the catalog back in order. Mortal, let me aid you. The mortals of Skyrim know the great eyes of Hermamora. Gather the sacred tears.
Alright, so we've gathered the tear from Skyrim. Alright, and the next one.
The great eye. Call on me.
Never did like spider, Daedra. Cruel, deceitful creatures. I'm not surprised to find them among the dream carvers.
Hermamora is the great eye's name among the Khajiit. Gather the tears, mortal.
Great, we got it.
Be careful. Dream harbors and hidden kindred lurk around every corner.
Got to be better than that to stop us.
The aliens called my master Hermamora. Pity they're long gone. I found them interesting. Hands. I'm not jealous at all. Now take the tears and place them in the pool. See how the pool reveals our goal? Tranquil Archives. Enter the pool and it will take us there. The Tranquil Archives. One of the main repositories for Hermaeus Mora's glyphics. We need to find the invaders.
Ah, this is the glyphic. Now I know where to find the memory of the dream the prince helped me remember, despite your predilection as well. Prince Vermina commands me to punish Mora's servants, clanless. So I do. Excessive and pointless, but I am what I came for. I'm leaving. Do what you will. I'll deal with all
love how you don't realize I'm the one who's gonna deal with you.
Snap from Fate's tentacles and free you.
See how you handle a nightmare.
If I can find you.
I suppose I need to activate this bridge for you. It would be easier for both of us if you could just... Torvasard has already accessed the knowledge preserved in this glyphic. We should find out what it contains. Poems emerged from the glyphic. Read them, mortal.
Lest all forget, spake the Erdadra. To thy realm we may not come, nor thee to ours. Within their own domain, each prince is sovereign. Only by invitation may another manifest within, and so matters have stood since.
Primordial prohibits Daedric princes from entering another's realm. But that's hardly a secret.
For a thing forgotten is not a thing that has never been. It becomes a secret, possessed by one alone, the inevitable knower, the Lord of Secrets. Those who once knew that thing may dimly sense its absence in uneasy dreams. Know that a place exists in his endless realm where the Lord of Secrets preserves the memory of every forgotten thing.
Sword said he was trying to remember a lost dream. He believes he can find it in my master's realm.
A black book for a dire purpose, the right necessary to unlock a secret most dangerous and best left forgotten.
That's one of my master's black books. Glyphics endure for eternity. I've never heard of any erasing themselves before. Very strange. Do you understand the texts that remain, mortal? I found the words very disturbing.
I'm not sure. What did you make of the 3 books?
One concerned the Pact Primordial. Could they be seeking a way to subvert that ancient restriction? The second mentioned lost dreams, such as the one Torvasard seeks to recover. It told of a place in Apocrypha to find such misplaced memories.
But the exact location wasn't in the lines of text that remain.
No. But we have to assume Torvasard learned the location before the text faded away. The final book referred to one of Hermaeus Mora's most infamous black books, The Tormenting Eye. It said it contains a rite for unlocking dangerous secrets.
Master Shilrini's has the Black Book. Tell me about the significance of the Pact Primordial.
The Pact refers to ancient laws that bind the Daedric princes. No prince may physically intrude in another's realm. Everyone knows that. Well, perhaps not mortals. That they sought out the tome tells us something important.
What does it tell us?
The invaders found a way to enter Apocrypha undetected. Perhaps they hope to open a path for one or more of the rival princes? That would be disastrous. There's nothing more we can do here. It's time to exit the Tranquil Catalog.
Alright, I'll meet you outside.
One moment, and I'll conjure up a portal. It appears we're in no immediate danger. We can speak here, mortal. I've never faced such a convoluted contradiction of fate before. While we learned the cause of the incongruity, I wasn't able to make the necessary corrections. Unfortunately. At least we chased off Torvasard and defeated the Kinreeve.
Is there anything else I can do to help Scroot?
Help me? What a strange mortal you are. But resourceful. I'm not sure I would have learned anything at all without your assistance. Here's the gold I promised. You earned it. This problem bears contemplation. I'll find you again soon. Farewell. Wait. My master, Hermaeus Mora, wants to speak with you, mortal. He will use me as his vessel.
Scroot, what's happening?
Know that the Prince of Secrets addresses you, chosen of fate. I can observe through my watchling's eyes, speak through them, even act through them when necessary. You and Scroot uncovered a threat before even I became aware of it. That concerns me.
Torvasard and the Hidden Kindred found a way to enter Paprika undetected.
You and Scroot were not fooled. For that, I give you a gift, so that I may better aid you against this ongoing threat to my realm and yours. I will make this watchling available to you for the duration of our agreement. Now, Laramil comes.
I came as soon as I heard Proxy. I knew what Hermaeus Mora predicted, but I never truly imagined invaders in Apocrypha. We have examined the threads of fate and learned much. Return to the Necron Bindery and we shall determine our next steps.
Roger.
Laramil the Wise? You know this mortal too?
Gedane of Necrom, you tend the archive of corpses.
Never heard it called that before. But yes, I do. Would you like a tour of the catacombs?
Perhaps later. Hermaeus Mora's Proxy returns.
Ah, of course. I'm sure the two of you have much to discuss.
3 labors were set before you, Proxy. Now Vermina, Periite, and Master Shelreni stand revealed as our foes. I have been speaking with Curate Gedane. I find him intriguing. But I wish to hear it from you. What did you find in Necrom Abbey?
Periite's cult infiltrated the Abbey. Blight Crown stole a relic from the catacombs.
Just as Gedane told me then. The Fulcrum Obscura, the Hidden Kindred, are well named. Although I understand you prevented them from escaping with the complete relic. Let us move on. What happened after we parted ways at Telrembis?
I rescued Midland from Master Shelreni. Without him, she can't easily decipher the Black Book.
Black books serve as doorways into Apocrypha. A master such as Shelreni Barrow likely has other ways to reach Hermaeus Mora's domain. So why is this particular book so important to her? What did you find in Alavelis?
Vermina's servants built a gate to Apocrypha so they could break into the Tranquil Catalog.
Able to invade Apocrypha unnoticed and break into the realm's master index. Our enemies are bold and capable, it seems. 3 different locations and 3 different schemes. They must be connected, but how? What are Mora's foes trying to do?
Hermaeus Mora's enemies are searching for a key, a rite, and a forgotten dream.
I believe I see. The relic must be the key. The secret Vermina's servants sought in Apocrypha is the location of the dream. And the Black Book is needed for the rite they plan. Clever. Someone put them up to this. But who?
A Dremora named Torvasard plotted with Master Shelreni, Blight Crown, and Vermina.
Ah, yes. Torvasard. Well done, Proxy. Now we have a name for the spider at the center of this web. Key, rite, and dream. These are the threads we must follow to unmask our foe's true goal. Take this, with the thanks of Hermaeus Mora. I have been conversing with Curate Gadain. I find him interesting. But now we must return to the business at hand. The fates of two worlds depend on what we do next, Proxy. Shall we proceed?
Have you determined what the kindred plan to do with the relic and the right?
I admit the particulars of their plan currently elude me. Clearly they believe the relic, this fulcrum obscura, and the right are key to remembering the dream they seek. To stop them, we must learn more about the dream and the secret it holds.
How do we do that, Laramil?
We go to Apocrypha. The stacks of Cypher's Midden contain the most extensive collections of tomes and treatises in all the known realms. If answers to our questions exist, we will find them there. Will you continue to aid me in this endeavor?
I'll go with you to Cypher's Midden.
The portal in the room downstairs connects to the endless library of Apocrypha. Once there, head northwest and meet me at Cypher's Midden. Our research begins there. Since Curate Gadain is intent on recovering the relic, he shall accompany us. Curate Gadain, are you certain you wish to accompany us?
Absolutely. The relic is my responsibility. Let me just grab a few essentials. I'll be right back.
Fate provides the aid we need, Proxy. We will meet you at Cypher's Midden.
I like efficiency. I like getting paid. But as someone who should have asked more questions on the last job I did on my own, you trust Laramil, right? Just want to make sure.
Over here, mortal. Oh, look at me. Reduced to delivering messages. The Great Eye turned to you to untangle the threads of fate, so get to it. Laramil waits for you in the Necrom ruin that once served as a repository for mortal books. Imagine, a place where mortals go to purchase books with gold. How barbaric.
Well, I'm gonna go fix my gear and then we'll go to Apocrypha.
Talking to
Preparation. Love to see it.
Go straight to Cypher's Midden.
Apocrypha. The Oblivion realm of Hermaeus Mora. In life, I came here often.
Over here, Proxy. I trust your trip through the endless library was not too unsettling. The winding paths of Apocrypha can prove troubling to those unfamiliar with its preternature. Cypher's Midden contains a wellspring of knowledge. Shall we begin our research?
How are we going to find anything useful in all these books?
The ciphers of the Eye offer hospitality and refuge to mortals who arrive in Apocrypha, whether purposefully or by accident. However, I am reluctant to involve them in this endeavor.
What sort of methods?
The contents of these stacks change from moment to moment, such as the nature of this realm's thirst for knowledge. I can prepare a spell scroll for each of us. As you search, it will dredge up anything related to the parameters I set for the spell.
Parameters?
All research requires parameters. This spell should locate information pertaining to the Fulcrum Obscura, the Rite, and Torvasad's lost dream. Use the scroll's enchantment to aid your search. Then return here, and we shall compare notes.
Alright, I'll see what I can find.
Scour the stacks, Proxy. The magicka I infused into your scroll shall assist you by retrieving any relevant tomes from their resting place. Meet me in my nearby study when you have completed your search.
You have a study in Apocrypha?
What a curious query. Where else would I research and ponder the knowledge that the one who knows deigns to share? It is a humble refuge, nothing more. Now, we really must see what information we can draw from the stacks of Cypher's Midden.
What did we already know about the relic, the Rite, and the dream?
You and Gadain recovered a portion of the relic, the Fulcrum Obscura, from the catacombs of Necrom. The Rite appears to be related to a black book once in the possession of Magister Meln. Both seem to be essential to the enemy's search for a dream.
How can they search for a dream?
Apocrypha contains all secrets and knowledge. Whether they be dreams or memories or tomes, they all wind up here. We know that Torvasard learned something at the Tranquil Catalogue. We need to conduct our own research now and try to get ahead of them.
How can they find a dream in Apocrypha?
That is what we must determine. The various repositories of Apocrypha are infinite. Books, glyphics, vaults. We have ascertained that if this particular secret is uncovered, it has the potential to destroy reality as we know it. That must not happen.
Yeah, I know we're pretty close to time, but I'd like to get a little more progress in. We are so close to being done. Like, we have 5 quests left in the main quest line, and we're done with Necrom, so if I can just squeeze a little more progress in, hopefully we should finish up next stream. We can go back to Fallout 3 until Starfield drops.
What a mess. Have they no respect for the written word? This fell through that book from the stack. Quick, grab it. An ancient tome describing lost memories barely remembered in a dream? This stack might contain something important. It's burning up! Quickly, grab whatever remains! It's almost as though someone is eliminating these books the moment you find them. At least you recovered something. Over here. See if that scroll Lerino gave you actually works. The book crumbled to dust. Hopefully the pages you recovered contain something relevant.
Another disturbance in the currents of fate, and what do I find? The Great Eye's mortal surrogate. Again. Once again, the water of fate ripples with unnatural disturbances. As if some huge clod tossed a rock into a still pond. And what huge clod do I find at the center of these ripples? The Great Eye's mortal surrogate.
What ripples are you talking about, Scroot?
As I explained on the mortal plane, I am tasked with aligning wrinkles in the annals of fate. How I accomplish that is totally up to me. But when something alters fate's prescribed path, it makes ripples. Just like the one I followed here.
We're searching these stacks for information about the relic, the rite, and the dream.
Interesting. It would be good to know more about what the agents of Vermina and Periite seek in my master's realm. Did anything out of the ordinary occur while you were conducting your search?
All the books we found crumbled before we could get more than a little information out of them.
I was afraid of that. Whatever you're involved in may be beyond my jurisdiction. I suspect the secrets you hope to uncover fall under the direct protection of Apocrypha itself. The Great Eye has put precautions in place to keep them hidden.
What does that mean exactly?
It means you have been given an impossible task, and it may taint my otherwise spotless record. This is not good. Not good at all. Take whatever you learned and bring it to Larimel the Wise. Hopefully she can make sense of this conundrum.
I don't understand why this has you so upset, Scroot.
Of course not. Why would you? You're only mortal. You were selected to help Hermaeus Mora save Apocrypha and Nirn. To do that, you must uncover the very secrets the Great Eye's enemies pursue. Secrets that can unravel reality as we know it.
And you think that the books crumbled because of some protection Hermaeus Mora has in place?
Obviously. Everything of Apocrypha is of Hermaeus Mora. Only through the Great Eye's will could the sacred tomes be destroyed. You were chosen, and then I was unlucky enough to become involved. For good or ill, our fates have become tangled.
And that means?
For me to complete my task, you must succeed in yours. Which is clearly impossible since you can't overcome Apocrypha's protections. Which means you won't be able to save fate. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. Reality will unravel soon enough.
Well, that's a pretty dim way of looking at things.
I
Stop trying to sit down.
We see the flow of knowledge and...
Apparently you have different things you're allowed to say. That was probably a mistake. Recipe for book soup, apparently.
Friend, Laramil is waiting for you in her study.
Yep, I'm on my way in. Still a lot of players here.
The Midden stats have been reluctant to yield the answers I had hoped for.
Apocrypha itself works against you. But the Great Eye's surrogate had some success.
Indeed. Is it true? Were you able to successfully gather research on the relic, the rite, and the lost dream? Every time I thought I found something relevant, it crumbled or burned up before I could examine it.
Same, but I saved these pages concerning the relic, lost memories, and the infinite I don't know how to say that
So you
word.
experienced something similar? As though the stats were actively trying to keep the information hidden. Still, you managed to save some of the research. A reflection of your role as Fate's proxy, perhaps. Let me peruse these pages.
I'm not sure what any of this actually means or how it helps us.
This implies the relic was specifically created to reveal hidden secrets. Do these secrets pertain to the ancient cipher's report regarding the dream of a lost memory? And this last one? Could the enemy be seeking the infinite panopticon?
What is this place that you refer to?
Only one of Hermaeus Mora's most secure repositories of secret knowledge. It exists within a
Panopticon. Okay, thank you, Joe.
Shifts location. Of course. They must be using the Fulcrum Obscura to reach the Panopticon.
So how do we use this information, Laramil?
You and Gadain must use the part of the relic you possess to do the same as the enemy. Locate the entrance to the Panopticon. There are cairns throughout the realm. Sprinkle this dust of conjunction on 3 of them, then let Gadain apply the relic.
How do these cairns help us find the entrance to the infinite panopticon?
Applying the dust to the 3 cairns I marked on your map will form a matrix of magicka. Gadain shall use the relic on each. Then I can perform a ritual to locate the Panopticon's entrance. I shall also give Gadain a gift. Something to protect him.
A gift?
A charm that will provide Gadain with some measure of safety as you travel through Apocrypha. Please keep him safe, Proxy. Even with the charm, he seems overly fragile. Each cairn should glow after the successful application of dust and relic.
I'll watch over the curate, but are you certain this will work?
Research is often a series of trials and errors. But yes, this should work. In addition to its normal properties, the relic should also seek out its other half. After you activate the 3 cairns, return here. Then I shall complete the ritual. Today, take this charm. It shall mark you as my guest in Apocrypha and keep you safe.
That's most thoughtful, Laramil. Thank you.
The infinite panopticon is kept hidden for a good reason, Laramil.
Which is why we must locate it and protect it from the enemy.
This is the sort of quandary that makes my tentacles twitch.
Alright, well, that is where we're going to end off for today, everybody. I feel like we got like 30 seconds in the stream, so I feel like that's a good spot to end off. Next time we'll pick up over here and well, I can find the right spot on the map, like that way. Because we're not in the right area. So we'll jump over here to the Chroma Infinium and we'll find the 3 cairns and activate them, and we'll proceed with the main quest. And what I'm going to do is next week, no matter how long it takes, we're going to just go ahead and push through the rest of the main story. So if we go a little bit over next week, that'll be fine. I want to finish this next week. Okay, that looked like Lady Arabelle for a second. I was like, what's Lady Arabelle doing here? It's not Lady Arabelle. Okay, so anyways, next week we're going to finish up the Necron main story, And then the week after, we'll be back to Fallout 3. So I'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.